City boy, city boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, Nate the Great, back with another video. And today I wanted to go ahead and talk about WWE 2K. Alright? Now, if you've been around for a while, okay, you understand that these new WWE 2Ks that are coming out, these games just do not have the character. They just do not have the love put into them that those like THQ and Ukes put into them back in the day. The first wrestling game I believe I ever played in life was, I believe it was Bring the Pain, okay? And now Bring the Pain was a very good game for its time, all right? And you know, there's a lot of people that believe that Bring the Pain is the best video game or the best wrestling video game of all time, okay? I am of the belief that, well, I don't have a specific one, but somewhere between SmackDown versus Raw 2007 and SmackDown versus Raw 2009, I believe those are the best three video games in the wrestling catalog. We all have our own opinions here. You can go ahead and put yours down below. But what I just want to say is that these new wrestling games, okay, they just don't have the love. They're not made by people who love pro wrestling, okay? They're made by people who love money. All right? Now, I love money too. Money is one of my favorite things on the planet, okay? It's to buy me everything that I need, and it pays the bills, it pays the rent, okay? But money is not the biggest motivator, like for the channels, for instance, right? This channel that I'm making, the reason why the content is, so raw and so unapologetic is because I'm not doing it specifically for the money. I'm doing it because I'm a fan, all right, and I want to talk to the other fans about my opinion on this current wrestling regime that we're in right now. Okay, that's what I do it for, and hopefully that's why the people love my channel and love my channel, and why you guys have been subscribing and liking the videos, letting the YouTube algorithm know that we won't be gaslit, okay? What we're in right now, because it's not just wrestling video games, okay? If you played any video games over the last, like, decade or so at this point, okay? The games just simply are not made with the same love and the same appreciation for gaming that they used to be, okay? You used to be able to pick up any of these old school WWE video games and just get into it, you know what I'm saying? And you can still pick up a lot of these games now and still be fucking blown away by the attention to detail that they had, by the all the match types, the storylines, which is obviously, you know me, that's my favorite thing of all time. The road to WrestleManias, okay, the career modes back in the day, they used to be absolutely mind blowing, okay? You could actually sit through them and you could replay them multiple times and not get bored, okay? I remember one of my favorite WWE story like career modes was from WWE 12 when you played as Jacob Cass. Okay, one thing I didn't like is that they gave you the name, right? They gave you but that was something that I could get over pretty quickly. I was like, all right, whatever, I'll be Jacob Cass this time around. Okay, but the reason why that story was so compelling was because of all the arcs that you went through as a character, okay? Getting your ass whooped, right? Losing WWE, right? Losing it to WCW, having WWE turn back into WCW for a night or two, right? And having Kevin Nash as the big bad villain, right? Just one of those stories that you can pick up, and you can just be entertained by it, okay? Beating the streak. All right, I don't believe that was WWE 12. I think that was SVR 2011 or WWE 13. It was one of those. I don't remember exactly which one. Put that one down in the comments which one it was, where you were able to try to beat the streak of the Undertaker, right? that one of the greatest games of all time, one of the greatest storylines of all time. Okay, trying to beat the Undertaker streak was insane. Okay, and just all the things that you were able to do. You know what I'm saying? You could pick up those games with your homies, with your cousins, your friends and family. You know what I'm saying? And you could just have fun for hours and hours on end. Okay, I pick up these storylines in these recent WWE video games, and it's all about the scale and all the choices that you're able to make. But it appears to me, okay, in the bullshit of these motherfuckers trying to tell me, right? It's whatever you want the story to be. It actually is not, okay? It's actually whatever they want the story to be. All you get is the illusion of the choices, right? I believe this was WWE 2K25, where you played as the Lock, right? In your male character, right? You played as the Lock, all right? And no matter what you do, all right? No matter what you do, you're going to have to lose the Intercontinental Championship, okay? And how do you lose the Intercontinental Championship, okay? You lose it by being a dumbass, okay? Doesn't matter who you go with, whether it's the Evolution or whether you go with the Hurt Business, all right? It doesn't matter who you go with, all right? What's going to happen is either MVP or I believe Randy Orton, they're going to come to you and they're going to say, hey, we want one of our, a couple of our dudes out there with you for this match because the enemy that you're facing, I forget who it is because the storyline was the story mode was just so, it was so fucking boring. The only reason I played all the way through it was just because I had nothing else to do, right? But the enemy that you're facing, right? They have people that are going to be out there and they're going to try to screw you over in your match. So we want to have some dudes out there with you, right? So that way you can keep your title. Okay? And this, to a reasonable person, all right, this is reasonable as fuck, all right? So what I'm looking for is the option to go, yeah, go ahead, come on out there with me, right? Instead, you get two options of dialogue, okay? One is basically, what, you don't think I can do this on my own? You don't believe in me? Shit like that. And then the other option is, I appreciate the help, but, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm going to go out there and do this alone, okay? That is not a choice, okay? You're basically saying the same shit. You can just choose whether you want to be a dick about it or whether you want to try to be nice about it, okay? And either way it goes, you end up losing your championship as a result, right? And that shit, like, I pretty much turned off the game for a couple of days after that shit. I was sitting on that screen for like 3 hours, just like, cause this is not a choice. What I'm getting here is not a choice. This is an illusion of a choice. That's what they give you. They're giving you the illusion of options, the illusion of choices, but the whole thing is still a linear storyline, okay? And that's what pisses me off the most about these storied video games or these storied WWE games that we're getting now is that instead of focusing on, one long linear storyline, right, where you can, you might be able to go off on a certain side quest or whatever, but whatever it is, you're getting one linear storyline, okay? And just going all the way through it. Instead of having that like they used to back in the day, now what it is that they're going to give you the illusion that, oh, you're able to control your career, you're able to do whatever you want to do and be the character that you want to be, this, that, and the other, when the whole time there's still a linear story underneath it. It's just so fragmented and so awful that they have to put in all these other bullshit side quests, side storylines, and everything else like that, right? And if you don't do those side quests and side storylines, then by the end, your character will be weak as fuck, alright? And if you're playing on legend mode, like a true motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, like a true G, right? You don't want to be at the end of the story mode with an 88 overall going up against fucking, I don't even know who the big bad was I think it ended up being Randy Orton, right? Who was the big bad in the end of the game. Like you were supposed to have a fight with Gabriel Slade, but then Gabriel Slade, he just backs out at the end of it, and then Randy Orton comes out and he just makes, and they make that your title fight, right? But you don't want to be the guy who's an 88, 87 overall going up against Randy Orton, okay? Obviously, it's doable, but if you can get all the way up to a 97 overall before you get to that Randy Orton storyline, right? Or before you get to that last match, or you get to a match with Roman Reigns on this last one, right? Where you basically just copied what Roman Reigns was doing, right? Just having a long ass story, a long ass title reign, right? You don't want to be the guy at 88 fighting Roman Reigns, all right? Because Roman Reigns is like a 99 overall or some shit like that, and so you don't want to be that guy, right? So you want to do all the storylines that are there in order to, you know, get yourself to the highest level that you can be. But what ends up happening is you're going through all these bullshit, fragmented, short-term storylines, and they all suck, okay? Because most of them, they're just not fleshed out at all, right? You get into a couple of matches with the same few people, right? And then at the end, you get a couple of rewards for it and a couple of evolution points. The shit's garbage, okay? Put us back into these fucking linear storylines where we don't have to fucking go through all this bullshit. Just give me a good story. Give me a good story, alright? Universe mode is still bare bones and ass, alright? They still don't put any character into the universe mode. GM mode is probably the best thing about the game at this point, right? But even the GM mode is bare bones, it's ass, alright? And it's just ridiculous that you have to fucking go searching through a wrestling game to find something that's genuinely enjoyable. And I don't even want to go ahead and talk about these fucking these showcase modes, right? Or the my roster, my team, whatever the fuck modes that they have going on, where they try to get you to spend a bunch of money, right? Or they put you in those fucking bullshit matches where they don't even have cutscenes anymore, where it's CGI, right? It's they just cut to the real life what happens, and it just takes you completely out of the game. It just reminds you once again that yeah, you're playing a video game, bro. Just completely breaks the immersion, all right? In my opinion, if you really want to send a strong message to WWE this year that we need new video games, I think we should boycott 2K. I mean, I'm already boycotting the NBA 2K. I haven't bought an NBA 2K since fucking NBA 2K25, right? And only reason I got that shit is because it was on sale, right? That shit was on sale. It was like 90 or some shit percent off. So I was like, fuck it, I'll go ahead and get it, right? And even then, I kind of regret doing that because that game is ass, right? So the way that we do this shit, the way that we let these people know that we won't be lied to anymore, we won't be gaslit, we don't want these bullshit storylines anymore, we won't accept the bare bones, the bare minimum, we won't accept you taking out all the fucking shit that used to be in the games back in the day and then trying to re-release it in today's video games as if it's something new, right? We're not going through that shit no more, okay? So, if in my opinion, we shouldn't even buy these new video games, okay? Fuck WWE2K25, okay? Don't buy that shit until it's like 90% off, alright? And like, if you are gonna buy it, just wait, right? Just wait till it's 90% off. Wait till it's 80% off, okay? Don't buy that shit fresh out the gate, okay? Or don't buy it at all, alright? I promise you most likely won't be missing much, alright? Because what or not just WWE. Well, first of all, let's talk about WWE for a second, okay? They've already shown that they don't care about the fans. They only care about the money, okay? That's why tickets are fucking $700 and shit for the nosebleeds, okay? And 2K on top of that has also shown and proven many, many times that they don't care about the video game that they're producing. They don't care about the sport or the, you know, whatever that they're producing. All they care about is how much money they can take out of your pockets, okay? So in that regard, show them that they can't get shit this year, okay? If they're not going to give us good storylines on WWE and they're not going to give us good storylines on the video games, all right? If they're not going to actually give us some new shit instead of trying to re-release shit that we already had back in the day and then trying to pass it off as a new feature, right? If they're not going to do that shit, all right? If they're not going to put their whole heart and soul into this video game, then we shouldn't buy it. We shouldn't put our whole fucking pockets into it, all right? So that's been the video for today. Let me know what y'all think about this shit in the comments. Do y'all think that these WWE 2K video games hold fucking water at all to the old school video games, all right? Let me know what y'all think about them in the comments, what y'all think about WWE and what y'all think about 2K. All right. And like I said, this has been Nate the Great, back with another video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.